Clear of the steps. Keep going. Keep going. Clear this side. Hang on. Steady. I'll take it. Hey, yeah, your side. We'll clear this side. We'll clear this side. You go straight.
No problem at all. We've got some rock on the bridge. If you go in that door that says authorised personnel only, there's a spiral staircase. You drop there and it'll bring you like up top. It's Cougar.
Okay, stop there. Stop.
We need a couple of chops, don't we?
Bear in mind when it was going downhill.
Yeah. So we turn the wheels.
So we're going to have to film the lorry and then we'll wind up the YouTube channel because I'm like lifting. So we'll put some weight into that. I think it's okay, but just because it's going to double stay down. So we'll back out wide. This way, that's fine. So it comes over here. I thought we would come out, we would want an idea to jack back in and swing it over across. Oh, if we can do that. Yeah, as long as we just put those in that bit through. And then swing it around the front here. Well, you could probably have enough room on the window here.
Wheels are about here.
And then start down
Then move the back right round.
on the jack.
Using the jacks. Bring it right round so we do it.
And then as much angle as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
As far as we can get
we
doing
need some chops to start.
Just get some bump.
So we need to
Just
go
to get
outside, back to the aircraft, upstairs, basically. And then bring it out. As far as we can. And then we have to bring it a bit further. What I do.
Oh, they'll do.
Yes. Yes. Very good point. Right, so we're going to get these up. Where are these going? They go when we get outside.
It's not going to move.
Check up the front, move the wheels around. So it starts to move round.
This way and push hard on that. I mean, I'd rather use that than
So someone coming up the top, blockage.
yeah, got the chop this side, that side. Coming this way a bit?
Yes, we're going to go straight there. Should bring it out and round.
Okay. Go on then. Ready?
Yeah, good.
Hang on, steady. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's right. Stop on one of the screws. Right, ready?
You have to get the first.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are seriously pushing.
Yeah. Okay. Out the back.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at the back. Right. I think we need to swing it down now.
Okay.
I think we'll swing the whole thing round. I'm not going to need to. Yeah, we've got one on this side. Keep going then.
Good. Keep going. Good. Yeah, we might have to dig a lantern to get it past. This way? Yeah, best, because this drain might not be that strong. That's it. Yeah. Where? Drain.
That car might be
Hold it there for a sec. Don't worry about the car here.
Well, yeah. A museum in Sandown on the Isle of Wight that never happened. A museum at Booker near High Wycombe, never happened. In the process, the cockpit's been gutted completely. Yeah. People have just helped themselves to whatever was in there.
Yeah.
At least it's got a future now back in Denmark, where they had to make a taxable hunter out of it, plus all the other bits they've got.
Well, yeah.
That's the theory. Whether they will or not, I don't know.
Oh, well done.
And to add insult to injury, it's painted up in 4 Squadron Royal Air Force markings. Why? I do not know.
Yeah.
It's 724 Squadron Royal Danish Air Force.
Everybody ready?
There we go.
Let's go.
Well, it's good to see it on the move.
Cheers. Yeah.
Just as well it hasn't got the nose wheel on.
It is, isn't it?
It'd make it infinitely more difficult to move it about.
It would.
Okay, ready? How are we doing? What's the name? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go around the corner.
That's done it. No, not a problem.
When you take a little bit of food, don't take a run at it.
Yeah, take that one at a run.
Yeah, we will. Right, bring it back.
Push backwards.
We go backwards a bit.
Yeah.
Actually, if we come forward straight.
Yeah, we can go round it, can't we?
I think you got too much wheel on there, Dave.
Yeah,
If we put it this way, that'll pull straight.
yeah, if you pull it,
If we put it forward,
pull it forwards and probably turn it.
like a trolley.
Push! Stop pushing.
You're going to go for tea, or what? Push.
No, I haven't.
1, 3.
I thought
Just
you
let you
right.
come on, people at the back here.
On three.
Go! 3.
Push. That's it. Now swing the nose down. Okay. Reverse course.
Where's it supposed to end up, Josh? Huh? Where's it
Where do
supposed
you
to end
want
up?
it?
Up on the fence? Yeah, I think so.
You're only moving it.
Go straight it up then. Just straight up. Just straight up. That'll probably do.
Yep. Okay. Oh, chuck. Chuck that side. Throw the other chalk around here. Throw the chalk this way.
Down the back of the work.
Throw the chalk over here, Pete.
I haven't got one.
Yes, you
Yes, you
have.
have.
So your foot
There's
on.
one by your foot.
That's a steering wheel, isn't it?
A couple more front and back.
Can we use the screw?
Are they still
Hang on,
up?
that's down
Okay.
there. Okay, good.
What do you mean you want it the other way round?
Well.
Happy with that?
You can go home.
So, all the time she's been here, she's finally going. Well, it's in the process of it leaving. Obviously, they'll be getting it in another section, as we all know, the tail section. Yeah, let's have a really naughty looking side. Oh. Obviously we've got to be careful with this. That's what they didn't want that spilling all over the place. So, as you can see, when they get the air kit glue out to stick it back together, don't be daft. They don't do that. If it was, it would be, you know, but that. So yeah, you all know the museum sniffers, as I keep popping up there and that. It's what we want, is something like this, isn't it, for him? You know. Be alright if they had a spare Lancaster kicking about for him, but no. So, I thought I was recording everyone. I'm very sorry I wasn't. That's me own doing. But yes, it's not for green screen, you know, because you've seen movies using tennis balls and that. But no. Right. So, been closing that hangar. Alright. She's always been closing that hangar for a while. Oh, say a while, years, but you know. And obviously when they moved this building, the hangar here, they did move it. I've got to admit, cameras weren't that sophisticated. Even now I'm a bit annoyed with my camera, but we don't want to know about that. So this is where the hill climb is. Oh.
Early indications suggest that a number of the factory workforce have been killed and wounded in the attack. The workforce, however, remains resolute in the face of tragedy and more determined than ever to produce the tools needed to defeat the town.
My dad was head of the rescue squad and came home that night very upset because we had a young girl at the top of our road. Her mother had just been killed in the RAF and she got the most beautiful dark ginger hair. It was down here. Oh, beautiful redhead she was. Everybody admired it. And my dad was the first one to see her. She was glass that came through the roof, cut her straight in half.
But I stood around there with my mate and I saw them bringing up the bodies and whatever. And then you had dust carts, lorries, you name it, when they put the bodies in to take them away. It shook us. It was unreal. It took to us lots of lives.
I think it was only two of us turned up to work. Day after the bombing, it was only Penny and I at the shop that went back. So there was two of us out of about 100 women. That was my dad made my sister and I go back. As my dad said, we got 5 brothers in the army, get in there. As to as my dad told me.
Very dark and no lights. If I had a light it'd be better, but I don't think there's much in there. Well, not much for big bouncy camera. So, as we all know, this got bombed. Obviously, and lost a life and that. These don't look like air raid bunkers or anything. It could be, but I don't really get like they are. And a great big whopping bomb drops down here. There ain't no route to get out. Obviously, a shockwave. Obviously, it'd be, you know. So they're like little brick buildings. Well, little sections. So there's one bit of daylight in here. And I don't know. There's a lot of it's all concrete, isn't it? Look at that. Right. one more. This brick buildings. Obviously when I went, you know, when you got shows and you got cars parked up here, I suppose many people do come in here, but you know, there's nothing really. It's just the same. You know, these little rooms. Same design again. And you got your light switch there. I think I'll be naughty and touch it. Watch a big spider will come out. Right. No lights working, everyone. So I can physically say I have touched one of them historical light switches in Brooklands. Yeah. So, bit more information here. Yeah. If we get up here. You'll be thinking, what the hell? So a section of the racetrack here. You're thinking this is concrete. Oh yeah. You might not get the perspective how steep it is actually. So I was filming over this wall. It's like there's a section what goes underneath down there. So obviously a big chunk of it being chopped there. Obviously, I gather when you're doing your hill climbs and stuff, they come driving down here. I don't really know yet until I get up here and have a bit of a good look. It's the first time I've been on this section. I did try last time, but obviously the place was shutting at the time. And lucky enough, a member of staff saw me just more or less going round the corner. And she blew a whistle. And I didn't turn round, and that's why I always keep joking, they've got security with whistles. But yeah, it was a good job, innit? She saw me. Because I could have been locked in here. And wouldn't that have been interesting? Well, I don't think they leave all doors open, no. And they might send the hounds out. So I'm presuming this goes round here, because it's still history, you know. Obviously, whatever this build is here is responsible for some of this section being knocked down. So I'm sure we're seeing cars doing hill climbs, and they sort of drive down this whiny little bumpy road. So, and I think this is it. But I'm not too sure until I get round. So they haven't tarmacked it or anything, you know, to test your springs and that. And yes, I was right. I presumed, and yes, that's what I wanted. I had another car to film. So there's a bonus up here, and if you're not too sure, I want. They've got some vehicles up here. Right. You know. Especially with the, you know, you may laugh, the little Rover Metro. But it's not just the case of that. The case we have the good old this. So it's amazing this isn't in the museum. Oh, well, I suppose it is in the museum, but obviously, you know, it's hiding, maybe. Rover Metro, resuming the garage. So it must be a feature, obviously, but you've got to get up here. This looks very odd because obviously the headlights have been changed to more to historic headlights. Because usually, because it is a Ford, isn't it? The Ford, yeah, because they have square lights, but they've put like little round lights on them. Give it a weird look. I gather this is a workshop because we can hear rain sounds. So they've got cameras here, so I don't think you can just come willy-nilly. Well, you can, but I suppose it might be up to mischief or anything, we don't know. Anyhow, the point is this. Because this is just left out here. So it must be an exhibit for me to have a look. Yes, it is behind a fence. And obviously, I'm so curious. So there's a massive workshop here, and that's the hill. But you know me, there's a Range Rover down here, and there's a bits of old cars here. Now, obviously, when I went near the plains, I found a couple of Saabs. I'm sure there were Saabs, weren't there? Oh yeah, you can hear them cutting. So we're going to film Blubbered. I think these will be customers' cars, or maybe, I don't know. So yeah. Oh, are we blurry? Yeah. Look at that. MJ. Bloody hell, I can't believe it. Look at everyone, that is so much a crime, isn't it? Bloody hell, wow. Yeah. I left a bloody poor abandoned wheelbarrow. God, that's a classic. Twin exhaust, is it? Or twin handle, I should say. Anyhow, it's not that. So there's blueberries. Lucky cars, wow. So it is like, you know, coming here, just like, oh, it's like an abandoned place, but it ain't, but it's a museum. Bits you might not know. I didn't know. So I've always been wondering about up the hill. Right. I think that's a kestrel trying to warn people that I'm lurking about. So, Wow. So there's some cars. I can see some cars. I don't think the camera's going to pick up, but no, I can't zoom in. Well, it looks like there's some beautiful cars in there. And this is on top of the hill. Well, I would have used my zoom, but it's just blurry. But you can see what's out here. So yeah, a lot of panel beating. So yeah, this is up at top of the hill. I think obviously I've watched other people's YouTube, but obviously when they do the hill climb, they've got their GoPros on cars, maybe. So this is how you get onto the famous bridge. As you see on most pictures, everyone's picture always gets a picture of the track and the famous bridge, right? And hopefully there might be some, you know, information about the bridge, actually on the bridge or something. Well, let's have a see. So we'll get a bird's eye view. Obviously that's Gatwick Airport nearby. Whoa, bloody feet. I wonder if it is a dead end to it. Sounds like a big plane, like a 747 or something maybe. Now I'm not too sure what this bridge does, if it goes to a dead end, but anyhow, let's see what it looks like from here. So there's a view. And I can see when I come to people's houses, yeah. So the track always, for me, it seems very misillusional to me when you look at it on a camera, but it's like that, as you all know, maybe with cameras and that. So it's really obviously not bad walking on, actually, everyone. So let's have a look out here. Alright. Obviously I can't really walk on track because them barriers are there for a reason, and they're there for a reason because it is steep, right? And you can see, you know, moss and stuff growing on them. I'm just imagining, you know, if you're in a car, imagine me in my van, it'd be scary, because it, you know, as you were seeing on footage, how they actually crafted these, you know, it was like a wheelbarrow on a bit of rope, and they pulled it up and they just poured it and poured it. That's why you can see all these lips. But when you're speeding up here, all you're going to feel is bump, 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 and more you speed up, bump, 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 bump. So it's neck-breaking stuff, wasn't it? You know. This is our original proper racing track. Never mind your NASCAR, because we all know that it all comes from, you know, us, you know, but we didn't build them as oval tracks. So you get here and you confront to a wall. So obviously they don't want people getting in. You know, you've got that horrible spinning stuff there. Ow, ow, ow. So, and there's a big fence there. So nobody getting in free, you know, come a member. Right. So So, miles away from the train track. So, oh, yeah, this is the famous bridge you may see when you see posters and stuff and that. Obviously, with me being here before, but I have never been up on the bridge. And today, well, you can spend a lot of time. I have spent a lot of time already. I mean, obviously waiting for the, you know, remains of a plane being moved. But no, they're not moving the tail section. Well, they said they wouldn't. They're going to have the din-dins and stuff and that. So, yeah, so you can get easily distracted and think, oh yeah, because I have got at Bus Museum Bay. I think that was the last video I did, and I had to sort of rush it because time was ticking, and obviously, yeah, become a member. That's the best option I can think of. Because obviously it's alright maybe seeing me video, might be a bit boring watching it from here, but yeah, you get a sort of a clue. Might be wobbly, it will be actually. Right, so we're coming back to the Range Rover. Right, workshop. There's some nice cars in there. It looks proper, you know, proper business. You know, I saw like a Cobra. It could be original actually as well. And obviously you've got that workshop down there and all. But yeah, I think this is where all the nice stuff goes. But yes. So that's a nice walk. We'll come to the Range Rover again. You know. Yeah. Look. What do I do? So, cars, workshop, workshop, workshop. Now then, I'm up here. So, I'm going to pretend if I own my car. Why I pretend to be a car? Because this is the famous way you go up hills. I'll be on a motorcycle as well. But I don't think if I was pretending to be on a bicycle, well, not me as such, on a proper bicycle. No, one of them penny filings what I used to have. No, kids. If you lived that long it'd be cool, wouldn't it? No. So, but you never know with Brooklands, because they do have some classic bikes. I was going to go down here. I just realised that it's very misillusional, but there's some gates shut there. Is it like coming down the state banking? Because everyone, this is dangerous. It's during wet leaf season, right? This hill is very steep. Now it might not look it, but I am holding on for dear life because the ground is slippy. Oh, by heck. Now, I don't know if you can see that car down there, but there's a car down there, and I get annoyed when I get my sat nav on. It gets me here, but it doesn't tell me where the car park is. It keeps always sending me to another entrance, and they always keep sending me back out. You know, as well, this isn't the way in, because you've got to go around like Mercedes thing, and well, Mercedes test centre. I might be going a little bit slow, everyone, but yeah, it's not like it's got steps, right? And it's got roots of trees on it, right? Bloody hell! See that now hit me on head. That. Oof. Whoa! Don't know. There's something rolling. I think it's a squirrel throwing them at me. It's just my stupid imagination, everyone. So. But yeah. That'd be a good idea. We've got one flat battery, haven't we? So. Now then, this is where it'll get dangerous. All I've got to save me now is a bit of rope. Even the crows, you heard that crow up there. Right. And there it is. It's waiting. Well, yeah, there's some nasty sharp stuff on that. Well, can't say I haven't done this. I've walked down the treacherous thing. Not actually on the concrete bit, but you know. But yeah, you can see it from the side. Yeah. Me giving you live commentary. Well, it's not, because it's been recorded, hasn't it, everyone? But yeah, wiggly cam or wobbly cam, yeah, because I'm walking on these you know, strange things. But yeah, you all line up here, you know, like trying to encourage somebody to get up the hill. But you can even sit down and watch the action. Isn't that nice? That's nice. See, never knew. So it's there at the other side as well. And there's many people who've done that. You can walk across. There's some to get to the other side. You'd be thinking, yeah, let's try it, but it's a bit of a steep banking. Yes, I am taking my time. Yes, of course I am. Right, so it's not too bad here as such. Right, see that out? There's a bit that's why it keeps sending me one of my sat nav. But here, doesn't look much, doesn't? Not on camera. Real life, it's a different matter. Come and see it. You'll know what I'm on about if you ain't seen it. But yeah, it's a lot steeper than you think it is. So, as you all know what this is, right? Got planes to be taking off and all that lot. Might be a bit wobbly. Let's pause it for now because I've got a long way to get down. I'm not too sure if I found this, but it does look familiar. And this is what you really think of Brooklands, having one of these. Come on, let's get it on. Concrete track, yeah. Make it that realism. You know, when you're leaning over, looking how steep that banking is. Because that's what they were doing. Open top cars. None of this road cage malarkey, none of that kiddie winkies. Oh, no, none of that. Just sheer, you know, some people might say stupidity, but, you know, bravery, I would say. Suicide intentions. But yeah, you always saw these, you know, this lovely frame, and then let's put like a bloody roof rack on it. Well, it's not a roof rack, obviously, it's a convertible. But the boot rack to put your biscuits in your hamper. And have a picnic, because that's what they were for. Look at that. MG painted on the can. Yes. Obviously it's under canvas, because it doesn't look that nice today. It's like there could be a bit of rain. Right. But yeah, it'd be quite interesting. You might see this on track actually. Obviously, good old Lanny. Quite a few good old Lannies hanging around here. And so. The writing might be a bit small, but yeah, there you are, everyone. So I turned it really slow. So, could be a little section you may miss. Well, I have. I did see it, but obviously you got sort of limited as time. So that's that bank in here. Might get more of an idea how steep it is, but we'll just film this lovely little trailer with a fire engine. Now, I think the fire engine is quite, not exhibit exactly, but actually a work in progress of the real thing. So they might have their own private fire brigade, you know, just in case, you know, some tries to kickstart bloody Concorde up. Standard trailer. Its name on. But yeah. Pet kids, a fire engine and rescue vehicles. So you'll see great classic vehicles like this. You know. A lot of people might say this is one of the first prototypes for a Woody. Yeah. The BM1 Classic. Right. More memorabilia for you all. Some planes. Whoa. So you can come here and play on the great big giant deck chair. Yeah. So if you're not too sure about refreshments and stuff like that, they've got a, cafe here, and they've got some bikes in here, everyone. I'm gonna have a peek. I didn't know there were these here. Ooh.
This is where I'm going. This is the best I can do at this point. I'll try it.
I really said that's waiting for me. Goodbye.
Bye, have a great time.